Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another video, and today I'll be checking out a track from Gideon. It is the title track off of their upcoming record, More Power, More Pain, which will be out on March 17th. I did a video, it was like on stream, but I posted it on the channel as well for the first single off of the album. I have seen Gideon live before. I really enjoy their discography, but I have a very good feeling about this upcoming record, so I'm very much anticipating it. Excited to check out what the title track is like. I will link any sort of pre-orders that are available, any support links for Gideon in the description of this video. The record will be out through Equal Vision Records. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it.
Do you know what changed you?
We're keeping the cowboy hat.
Suck it up! Like the bitch way down in the gutter, deep in the mud, seeking further. Every day, take a hit and beg for another. Turn and walk away, you motherfucker. Do you feel the power?
Ooh, yep.
Pull you through the pain, from strength to strength, no cowards. Weakness, take cowards. Do you feel the power? No sacrifice in vain, it's the price you pay. More power, more pain. Tear down, rebuild, anything to make me feel reborn, close down. Stand tall with my back against the wall.
Playing with those transitions.
Tear down, rebuild, anything to make me feel reborn. No for destruction. Do you feel the power? Pull you through the pain, from strength to strength, no cowards. Weakness, take coward. Do you feel the power? No sacrifice in vain. It's the price you pay.
I like this one even better.
More pain.
Oh, what?
Take it from me. Like the bitch way down in the gutter.
Oh.
Deep in the mud, sinking further. Every day, when you get hit, you better beg for another. Give me more power.
Gideon, More Power, More Pain. Let's discuss. I know I said that I like this one more than Too Much Is Never Enough, but I don't think I'm totally sure on that yet, and that I'll need to listen to it some more, because it's just, such an early, like, hearing it one time and making that decision is a bit immediate. So I really like this, though. The production on these tracks, not to say that in the past it's not been good, but if you pay close attention with some good headphones to, like, the drums and the mix, and I guess, like, the cymbals being pretty much panned all the way left, but the vocals still coming through, like, and it not feeling like, I've had that before where it's mixed to maybe fully left, and, like, no sort of, it's muted almost in the right ear, and it just sounds kind of weird. But this was, like, every detail of the drumming I was picking up on, and some of that cymbal work was just exactly right. And this track does feel a little bit more straightforward than some of their other stuff in terms of the actual playing of the drumming, but he has the ability to do stuff that's a bit more complex, but the sound and the style is just getting more and more on point for me. That's something that sticks out a lot. But then with the guitar tone on these newer tracks and some of the guitar work in general, some of the chugs and stuff, I'm really just kind of getting more into it than I was able to with the last record. I will say, though, one of my favorite track that I still feel will compete with most on this record is No One, No Love. That track is just insane. I will say that No Love, No One is my favorite Gideon track. It's there's just something super special about that track, and I just love that track so much. So that will be one that I kind of have as competing with whatever my favorites end up being off of this record. But with the sound that they have on these two, I do feel like it's possible. Going into Out of Control, not to hop around too much timeline-wise, goodness. Not to hop around too much timeline-wise, but with that record, there were some tracks that stuck with me and some that didn't so much. And when the singles were dropping, I wasn't quite feeling the way I have about these two. So I do feel like this record, for my taste, is going to be a step in the right direction because of a lot of what I had just mentioned. And then on top of that, something that's always been a draw for me has been the vocals with Gideon. That hasn't changed much, I would say, through their discography, through Cold. And though there is obvious improvements and stuff, I don't think style-wise there's been too much change. They've sort of stayed true to that, just the sound and the mood that they get with these tracks. And so I'm expecting a tough record. I don't think we'll get anything super out of pocket or, unexpected with Gideon. Maybe I'll be wrong. But if this is the equation, most of it's probably going to end up going on the playlist for me. I would be interested to see, like, with the album, if they do take it in any other direction or have anything that feels, because in the past, I guess they have done stuff that's more, would be considered a bit more melodic, especially when it comes to the instrumentals. Nothing, like I said, the vocals have pretty much remained in this style through and through for the most part, but I don't know, just something maybe because with Out of Control, I'm not sure if it got a little bit too samey for me, but also I don't think I liked, when the singles were coming out, it wasn't ever like I feel about these two. So I suppose it just looks promising for me. The production on these is just exactly where I would want it to be for Gideon. They have that edge. I'm not sure which of the two would be my favorite, but I don't think I would have anything really different about these two coming from the last record drop that Gideon had, because I was really looking forward to Out of Control, and then I didn't really end up gelling with it as much as I really thought that I would. And I haven't done a ton of revisiting, whereas before it came out, I was very much into Gideon, and they were on the playlist quite often. So something in there changed, but now this feels like me getting back into them, and kind of it's pulling me back more into them. And maybe I'll go revisit Out of Control just so I can get a better idea before this album comes out of what it was that didn't really land with me in some parts. I can't say that after spending so much time away from it, it's easy for me to just name off what it was, because sometimes you do that where you're looking forward to something and it comes out and it doesn't really land with you, and then you don't go back and revisit it much, so then you're not even really, you're like, yeah, I just know. That's happened to me before too, where I go back and listen, and then I'm really like, I don't know why I felt that way about this, because now it's better than I had remembered, stuff like that. I'm not I still think going back through, it won't be something that goes on the playlist or anything, but it would be nice to have a better idea. Anyhow, More Power, More Pain, it has that toughness. It's got what I'm anticipating for drumming-wise in the sound, but I would like to see a bit more of, I guess, I do think on the last track it was a bit different, being less straightforward with style, but one of the things I'm most looking forward to is to hear some of that style and stuff that has been progressed throughout their discography when it comes to the drumming. So those are my thoughts after first listen. This will go on the playlist for me. I need to decide which single I like more. Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite between the two, which it is. I will link the music video I used in this reaction, Gideon's pre-order links or social media, anything to support Gideon and the album in the description of this video. You can also find my link tree, which will have the Patreon. I've been working on the playlist for Tier 3. We've got the first stream coming up on the 29th of this month. We have a lot going on for both Patreon and just on the channel. Regular live streams are coming back as well. So that will be there. The invite for the Discord server will also be in the link tree. The Discord server is where the community for my YouTube channel is based. A lot of really wonderful people in there. We have music-related conversation unrelated to music as well. So if you're interested in coming to join, check that out. That will be there, as well as any other links that are related to my channel, Instagram, social media, all that stuff in the link tree in the description. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.